Okay, so we have made it to the end of class, and I just want to tie together some of the work that you've done with an example of how this assignment may have gone to give you some confidence that that you were actually able to see some of the things that I was hoping you would get out of this practicum. So what you see here are two different evaluation reports. They're very different in that this first one in the Journal of Criminal Justice is a published academic paper. It's a program evaluation, but it's written for an academic audience. You can see here that it was written by Todd Armstrong from the Administration of Justice Department at Arizona State University, and that the topic or program that it's evaluating is youthful offenders and the environment that and its effects on youthful offenders. The title actually also includes a randomized experiment which describes the technique that's used for completing this evaluation. So this is written for a very academic audience. It's gone through peer review. It's in an academic journal. That's one way that evaluations can actually appear. The second example from the Canadian Red Cross Expect the Unexpected program is more of a professional report rather than an academic report. You can see that it's been commissioned by the Institute for Catastrophic Loss Reduction, and so they're the ones that are actually carrying out the evaluation of this program. So one of the first things you'll notice is a real difference in the format of these two program evaluations. The language is very different, the format is very different, and the way that they look and feel and read is very different. So if I scroll through the academic one, you've got an abstract and then lots and lots and lots of text with lots and lots of citations. If you scroll through the professional report, you will notice that it's formatted to be a little bit more reader friendly. We have an executive summary and a table of contents that'll really sort of walk you through the pieces of the evaluation report. That said, both evaluation reports include some type of literature review. Some of that happens here in the introduction of the academic report, and it happens in a formal literature review over here in the professional report. The other thing that you'll see that they both have is a description of the methods and research designs that are used to carry out the evaluations. So if I scroll down here on the professional report, there's a whole section on research design and methodology. Same thing in the academic report. So research design really is kind of the central component of what makes an evaluation good and reliable or not. So we're going to learn how in this class to sort of decode whether it was a good or appropriate methodology, in addition to refreshing a lot of our statistics stuff, which I know you're just going to love. So the other thing that I want to point out is that in both cases, you're going to have findings or results. And so these findings are going to describe what the result of the program was. Did it work? Did it not work? If it worked, how well did it work? On what outcomes did it work? So you'll be able to see as you look through these a variety usually of outcomes and the ways that they were measured and any evidence that the program works. Some of the evidence is good, some of it leaves something to be desired. For example, here in this professional program evaluation report, you'll see that they compare the percentages among all respondents for these particular outcomes and the percentages among just program participants. You know from your stats classes that this isn't enough information. You also need some information about statistical significance. You're not going to see that kind of error typically in a peer-reviewed academic report. Typically, you're going to have all your statistical information there because the reviewers demand it before it'll be published. Not always the case, but typically the case. So again, one of the main things you're going to look for is what were the main objectives that the program was being evaluated for, and are you able to easily find the results that came of these reports? But in general, this is just a quick orientation to 2 example reports and how you might sort of look through them and look for qualitative differences between them to get a sense of what a final evaluation report looks like. Now, in this course, we're not actually completing evaluation reports, we're creating evaluation plans. So we're going to do everything except collect and analyze the data. Everything else we're going to design, including the data collection tools, a description of the data that the organizations can and should collect, and we're also going to describe exactly what analysis is going to be done and what the interpretations could be of that data and that analysis in the end. So we're going to do everything except actually collect and analyze the data. And we're going to develop detailed plans that allow the community partner to actually carry out the evaluations on their own using resources that they have on hand. So that is the primary work of the semester. But my hope is that through this practicum, you've gotten some idea about what the purpose of program evaluation is and what a final completed program evaluation can look like, recognizing that there is a variety of appropriate formats. That is it. I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Thank you for your patience with virtual me, and I will see you soon.